Penn's bench. We're in the substitution box. Normally at Franklin Field, we'd be far above the field, but we're right in the action here. So it'll be interesting to see it from this vantage point. We've got like a little platform we're on, but we're right in the middle of the action here.
And you're likely, if you're watching and listening at home, you're going to hear from Aladdinville, New York, St. Lawrence University, the transfer has gotten the start the rest of the way, as already the Quakers start things off. Opening draw, one bounces off the carpet and wide, as Gagar was the one starting the attack for the Quakers. Early face-off win for Seri.
So what you're seeing early here, Gary, is you're seeing Sam Hanley is going to come in through the box. So they did not start him at attack. He's going to be coming from the top of the midfield. If you see him coming now, number 26. So that should get him the ball, and it may get him a matchup against the short, which would be now, of course, Duke immediately adjusts.
And Gagar starts things off in the Quaker Devils. As McAdory works from behind. A dish off, here's Denenza. Denenza 5 goals on the year for the junior. A nice cut, drops one in. Goes wide though. Tried to bounce one, and again, not able to connect. Nice little chance right on the doorstep. Couldn't put it home. Now Penn again in the offensive end. Gagar works from behind the cage, looking for a cutter, finds it, shot, scores!
He caught it wide open, took one look, and buried it. So they got a little bit of advantage off the sub coming from the midfield, which is why Gabe.
Gagar finds Hanley. Hanley comes in off the substitution. Waiting for help, finds it. Now head full of steam, a pass off. Again, Shipley can't control it. So back the other way. Couple of minutes, no score. 2-0 lead for the Quakers. McAdory weaving through traffic, and he's able to put one in.
Wow. What an individual effort by McAdory. Teams are kind of just playing their way into this game. Nobody's playing great as of yet, but it feels like a round one or round two of a big boxing match.
I think by the comparison to a fight is pretty solid for how things set up today. That one off the post, trying to bang it back home, and they score. Duke's able to find the equalizer.
He scoops it up and quickly, like, backhand throws it in. So that's quite an effort for a long sticker who was caught on attack for the moment.
Wilson Stevenson.
That's goalie, just outstanding save.
18 saves a game ago versus Georgetown, and a Division I Team of the Week honor because of it. 35 on the shot clock. Taken here again from McAdory, who set up a bulk of the offense today. He's taken on a little high. The ball's loose. Who will control? Quakers will try and chase after this one. Heading out of play. And it will go out. So Duke will still hold possession. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, looking for a rip. That one goes 5-0, and it's in.
You know, as well as Penn played on that series defensively, Gary, that was a total letdown. Nobody picked up McAdory. He just kept driving in and driving in. Eventually, he's like, I'm going to let this thing go.
Andrew McAdory gets on the board. Just like that, Duke 3 unanswered, take a 1-goal lead.
Penn, sooner or later, he's going to show up, and it'll be curious to see when he starts to play himself into the game.
Schilling takes a bouncer and put home. Dyson Williams, 17th of the year, extends the lead to 2.
Classic situation where Duke gets a dodge from the field. Penn has to slide to honor that. They leave Dyson Williams open for half a second. 1 catch, 1 finish. Like, that's what he does. If you're
Hanley, center, loses control, loose ball, it's scooped up by Duke. Now they'll start a rush the other way. Here come the Blue Devils. A pass off, shot, scores! Brennan O'Neill puts it through. Duke by 3.
I'll tell you, if you're going to pick an MVP, if the game ended now, it's Wilson Stevenson for me all day long. He has played really well against Sam. If you notice that play, he took the ball off of him. Then he knocked the stick out of his hand, creates a fast break the other way for corner, and be content to play defense.
See how things set up here.
Here's Piper
Schilling.
Bond again. He just refuses to get beat.
McAdoy, pass off. Shot bounces in. Owen Caputo. Another goal for the Blue Devils. 6 up those first 2 goals. Have found their chances. And it seems like everything's connecting.
It's also, if you do defense with each individual player trying to cover their guy and their ability to slide and help one another. Whoops, there's another possession for Duke.
These possessions getting more and more frustrating if you're watching on the Penn side. As they're getting longer each time, but maybe a shot not necessarily being where you look at as the flag thrown. Minute 45 left to go. They set up. Right in front, it's in. Firing away are the Blue Devils. Jack Gray nets it home.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to remember that it was 2-0 Penn, but it was. And now all of a sudden it's 7-2. That's 7, you know, unanswered goals. And
Minute 41 left to go in this first half. The draw almost taken by the Quakers. It's still loose. Who will control? Long rally for it. Still loose. Finally, you could say with possession, now it's there, O'Neal. O'Neal dumps one behind. Loose in front, it's in.
yeah, the momentum is unbelievable. You get this ball coming down that far wing. Brendan O'Neal dumps it behind to Williams, who's, you know, as we mentioned, very left-handed.
Less than 10 seconds to go in the offensive end. Here's Gagar. Look to center one. Bounces over to Shipley. The shot scores!
I'm laughing, Gary. I don't know how that went in. It looked like it went through his stick. I mean, he saw it all the way, and just maybe he turned his hat. I don't know what happened, but it went in. And I don't know if they're going to count that, or are they going to count that or no? Because the clock is on 0. Yeah, they are going to count it. So Penn gets one late to pull it to 8-3. I don't know when it crossed the line, but if you look at the clock right now, the clock.
And All-American honorable mention a season ago. Nice pass from O'Neal. Couldn't get a shot off because of it. Now works towards the center. Still looking for something. Trying to fire is Caputo, but he's forced back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. Brendan O'Neal is retreating backwards. Back to the point. Looks to rip one. It's in. Finds one to weave through.
Yeah, if you know, you're getting to the end of the shot clock there. It was counting down from 5, 4-3. They wanted to let one go, and lo and behold, it went in. It was a good, hard, low shot.
Denenza, goal in all 4 games played so far on the season. 5 goals, 3 assists on the new campaign. Here's Ledman. Head full of steam. Pass in front, they put it in. Dyson Williams puts it home, and Duke up big. 10-3, 6:22 left to go. Third quarter of action, and Dyson Williams nets it through, and the Blue Devils up big. Get your set for the rest of the way. We come back in a moment on ESPN+. Step off for a minute for a slash. Gagar back up top. Hanley, pass over. Gagar, shot scores! Dylan Gagar, second of the game and third of the year, nets it home for the Quakers.
So here's your chance, right? So if you want to get back in the ball game, you're not going to get all the way back right now, but if you can cut it to like 4 by the end.
Hanley from outside. Again working with space. Skane, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Hanley. Hanley fires to the far side. Hanley shot down, and it's in.
There you go. So now you've cut it to 5. You've got Sam on the score sheet finally. It barely dribbled in, but it did dribble in. You need face-offs. If you're Penn, you need face-offs, and you need really good goaltending. You have to lock that.
Dinner. Lost.
Great check.
Shipley back with it, but a nice job defensively from Frizzoli. Frizzoli, the senior from Massachusetts. On the outside. Firing with speed. Looking to turn around, and it's in! The Quakers with 3 straight. Cuts the lead to 4. Casey Mulligan. Golden gives off Catholic. Cat shot.
Great
down.
save.
Save made Carroll. Penn looking to clear. They'll have their chance to do just that. 90 seconds left. A pass off. Rip one. Off the post. The put back. No. Yes, it will.
You know, in the game of life, Gary, you've got your beautiful goals and you get the greasy, nasty ones, like in hockey, right? Goalie makes a great save. There's Piper Bond, scoops up a rebound quickly and stuffs it in the goal.
Finds McAdory again near side. Quick, speedy guy has made that very well known today. A nice move. McAdory shot, scores, puts it home. Andrew McAdory back in the goal column.
It's a big goal, and he's got B.J. Farrar on him, who's really quick. He moved, as we were talking about earlier, changed his number 70 for Penn. And he thought he was going to cross over to his right hand. He kind of bumped, regaining confidence.
McAdory's 13th of the year. The hat trick today. Penn looking for an answer. Have been able to match. A little bit of space. Scoops one in. Needed an answer and found it. Cam Rubin on the board.
Yeah, and Cam Rubin has struggled a little bit today. So if he gets going, he's a really, really good shooter. Gergar as well. But if Cam Rubin gets rolling, it could be some fireworks here. This is the high-scoring game we were waiting for, right? It just took a while to get going.
1 goals last year. Well pacing that. Within a game in 3 quarters. Here's Ledman. Ledman, a little bit of space, and he's able to fire one in. The goal will stand as the Penn side thought he was in the crease. It will stand just like that. We're starting to see the fireworks come out.
You know, it's funny. I thought the way the referee was running toward the crease that they were going to call that in the crease, but the whistle.
Work. Walsh, pass off, fast break, shot, scores!
Wow.
Back to a 3-goal game.
Man, that was a shot and a half by Tynan Walsh. That was an absolute bomb. Left-handed, coming from low to high, 1 inch under the crossbar at a million.
Very active in the first half. I haven't called his name a lot. Sam Hanley. Hanley from outside.
Watch out, doubled.
Doubled, loses control. But Penn's able to keep possession here. Fury is the one to bounce on top. A man in front, shot, scores! Back-to-back goals for the Quakers. Dylan Gagar.
You know, I wish we had a replay here, Gary, because that ball was thrown by Fury through a lot of traffic, and it was probably 30 yards to get to Gergar. I thought it had 0 chance of getting there, but it did. And my dad.
Far side, Denenza. Denenza met by a double. O'Neal outside. O'Neal one-on-one. Finding space. Bounces one in. It's in. Brennan O'Neal back on the board.
You knew he was going to show up sooner or later, right? It just had to happen. And, you know, he's left-handed, which he's a natural left-hander, and he gets that left alley there, coming down that left alley. He makes a really pretty shot.
In regulation, Hanley loses it. Back with control. He's forced well outside. Needs to hurry. 10 on the shot clock. Hanley back underneath. Trying to find something. Punch back. Rubin scores! Cam Rubin nets another one. 2-goal game.
Wow. They keep pulling to 2, Gary. We'll see if they can cut it to 1. But it's really exciting every time they pull it back to 2 goals.
Rubin's second of the game, 13-11. Duke still with the lead. Come back in a moment. Get you set the rest of the way. More when we return on ESPN. Underneath. Osamo. In the second half, haven't seen a ton of the Duke offensive unit.
Here comes Brennan O'Neill.
Get to work. O'Neill makes a move. Met by a little bit of a double. Is forced back. Ledman. Tripped up. Outside. Shot. And it's in. Denenza. Back to 3 we go.
They just can't stop that momentum where they get it to 2, and then Duke then scores again and knock it back to 3. We talked about this earlier, right? Face-offs, goaltending.
It's a possession for Penn and the Quakers. Outside, works back towards the center. Shot.
Save.
Off wide.
Here goes Piper Bond.
Need to move quickly if you're Penn. 3 minutes left to play in the offensive end. The offense has been moving in a much more effective clip. However, needed to go quick. The pass wasn't fully hauled in. Able to get there, though, was Shipley. And Hanley loses it, too.
You got to go to the hoop now. You know, time to waste.
Sam Hanley. One of the best in the nation. He's been quiet this afternoon. Shipley. Spin, shot, bouncer.
Great
rebound
backup.
Hauled in. Back center, Rubin puts it home. And back to 2 we go.
I was just going to say, Gary, here we are again, right? You're not going to get I know it's only February. I don't want to go too nuts here, but.
We'll hold on. As Duke comes into Philadelphia and leaves Penn Park with a victory. 14-12, your final from Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was a very impressive day by Duke. Their goalie was really impressive. Their defense was good. They had just enough there offensively to get it done. You know, on a day when Brennan O'Neill did not take the game over, he was